of the consumer, the end consumer, the listener or the viewer,
Mm.
everybody wants to do more in less time.
Mm.
What that means is, and let me rephrase it this way, everybody wants to do more in less, whether it is time, whether it is money, whether it is
Mm.
effort, whether it is energy, anything that they invest or that they're willing to invest, they want more out of it.
Mm.
There's never an equation where they want almost the same,
Yes.
right? So everybody wants more ROI.
Mm.
Now, what that means when it comes to what we are doing is that every consumer, everybody, you, me, anybody that we know of who has access to content, whether it is through a mobile, whether it is
Mm.
through a laptop, whether it is through radio, whether it is through TV, anything where we access content, brands are trying to bring your attention to them.
Mm.
Everybody is wanting a slice of your attention, of
True.
my attention.
Or sleep.
So if I am completely glued into visual content or textual content,
Mm.
imagine how much it drains my energy as a consumer.
True.
If I'm continuously just looking into a Zoom call, looking into a video on YouTube,
Mm.
watching Netflix, binge watching, at the end of the day, I feel so wasted. While it is great that there's so much content that I end up consuming, but I feel wasted. My energies feel low.
Mm.
So, do I have the power to, after that, look into the brand that probably popped up in that video? Do I have the power to really go back and check, oh, which was the brand that advertised during this
Mm.
particular content that I watched?
Mm.
We get
Not at all.
tired, we get
Not at
exhausted.
all.
And that's where the Zoom fatigue or the Zoom gloom last year started popping
Start.
up. That everybody was just getting so tired of being on the video throughout the day that they just felt exhausted and they just wanted that personal connection.
Mm.
At the same time, the pandemic tells us that abhi to personal connection or live interactions, live
Mm.
events are a little far off. We still have to live with the virtual concept of
Mm.
connecting.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, then how do brands really reach out meaningfully to their customers, to their end consumers?
Mm-hmm.
Audio as a medium provides for that.
Mm-hmm.
The way it provides for it is that I may be doing household chores, but yet I can in the background play my favorite podcast or a piece of content that a brand has to share or the narrative that a brand has to share. I may be driving and yet I may be putting on that piece of content. I can listen to it, I can still consume it. I may be in a salon, I may be just going out for my walks or jogs or gymming or whatever I may be doing, but I can
Mm-hmm.
always I have the I'm
Liberty.
empowered as a consumer to still consume that content without draining myself. And I'm doing more in less time.
Mm.
While I am jogging, I'm still listening to something,
Mm.
and it is highly likely that I'm going to retain it.
Mm-hmm.
Research shows that people do retain it if the storytelling is done beautifully, if the
Mm-hmm.
content, if the integration of the brand is done in a very interesting way and not overt. So there's
Mm-hmm.
covert marketing, there's overt marketing. Overt is in your face, covert is subtle. It could be through brand integrations, it could be through nice seamless brand positioning in those small subtle ways, storytelling, building it up in the storytelling of the brand, of the content. And that's how people retain it, that's how people make connections. We're all wired for stories. As humans, we're all wired for stories. So when a brand comes somewhere in the story
Mm-hmm.
and creates a certain connection that I resonate with, I'm
Mm-hmm.
likely to check it out if it is meaningful for me.
Got it.
So that's the power of audio, and that's what brands are now looking at. And
Mm-hmm.
interestingly, with social audio apps like Clubhouse coming in, Fireside coming in India, Leher coming in, I think audio as a medium is something that brands are just getting excited about. It's just the beginning.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
yeah, that's where we are at.